Hello. Hello? Hello. Guess what, everybody? Guess what? Multi-stream! Multi-stream! I decided on a whim that I wanted to test something today. Also, hi there, hello. Welcome back to another stream with one lady here because your stream Etro. Hi, Dis. Hello there. And welcome back to episode 5 of Etro Radio. I hope you can hear me because I can hear me. You can hear me. You can hear me. Hey, either you're too good, you're too low, the music's too loud. How's this? I'm not used to... I don't have any of my sound up because, like, the music's really not even that loud either. I guess I'm just really not that loud of a person, unfortunately. I'm really just not that loud of a person, I guess. Well, hey, let me see if I can... Is that better? Is that better? I'm gooder now. I'm better now. Yeah, okay. But apparently if I ever want to, like, try and sing and hit the high notes, I need to lower the mic so that you guys can hear me more. Okay. Oh, snap, multi-stream. Oh, multi-pass, multi-stream. Yes, that's what I was getting to. Welcome back to episode 5 of Etro Radio, and welcome back to me finally figuring out how to multi-stream properly. So for those of you who are on Twitch, hello Twitch, nice to see you on a Thursday. And for those of you on YouTube, hey, a long time no see. Hisashiburi da na, how's your bujian? And I'm on YouTube. YouTube, I guess pressing the button was easier. I don't know what happened that I was having trouble with, but for some reason, you can just multi-stream within OBS now. You don't have to use like a third-party client like I have been using that just wasn't doing what it was supposed to do. But that's okay. It's okay. Double streamed up on a Thursday afternoon. Damn, boy! It's doubled up! Double stream, but it's mostly, no matter what, it's really just kind of like to hang out with you guys. But I have a few conversation topics that I want to talk about today. Nothing too crazy, just some standard catch up. If you guys have any questions you want to ask me, just feel free to drop them in the chat. I can see both chats now, so if you're on YouTube, I'll see it. If you're on Twitch, I'll see it. The setup itself is kind of janky at the moment, but it'll get better. It'll get better because I have to look at 2 different screens to see Twitch and YouTube chat, but it's fine. But mostly multi-stream is really important to me because I have people who don't want to make Twitch accounts, and then I have people who don't want to make YouTube accounts, and I want to talk to all of you. I want to reach and connect with all of you. Jank, it's extra experience. Don't bully me. No bullying. Point and laugh. Point and laugh at the man who wanted to bully me. No bully. But yeah, I finally got YouTube streams working. I think I'm probably going to do more multi-streams in the future. Just because, let's see if it's caught up. Actually, is it caught up? It should be. I don't know why it wouldn't be. Okay, it is. It's just a little strange. It just runs a little bit strange. Okay. Well, hey, welcome. You guys like the Windows 98 Serial Experiments Lane music I got going on? I've been really feeling banana. Banana. Hello. Well, I've been really feeling like what's it called? It's the genre of music that I've gotten into. It's liquid drum and bass, or Aero Fruitager. I'm not really sure where the name came from, but it's kind of like a Nintendo Wii meets like early 2000s meets like kind of ethereal internet music, just like what you jump into when you're listening to music, I guess. Frutiger Arrow, thank you. It's still either direction, it's still a weird name. I think I watched one video trying to decipher the origins of the genre, and I was still confused. I was still confused. Morning, good morning. Hello, Yankee. You'll take your yappuccino hot, please. Ah, no problem. No problem. I think I didn't drink any caffeine this morning. I was supposed to drink a tea, but then I looked at my fridge and I went, I don't want anything that's in here. I don't want anything that's in my fridge right now. So I like forced myself. What did I eat for breakfast? Soup. I had a bowl of soup. I had a bowl of like chicken pot pie soup. Because I feel like I was like, this I don't really feel like cooking. I don't really feel like anything. But I had to eat something for breakfast, so it was just water and then like chicken noodle soup or chicken pot pie soup. So it was like chicken and dumplings. The only difference between chicken noodle soup and chicken pot pie soup is that there was just like more cream, I guess, and like some like dumpling pieces. I'm not sure. Okay, I'm so into both of these aesthetics. It's based on Windows Aero style plus the Frutiger font. Oh, so it's actually based on a font. So Windows Aero style. I remember it being based off of the the bubble computers. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? They were like Macs before Macs. So it was right when Macintosh turned into Apple, and it was like this weird futuristic vibe where if you watch like older Disney, you'll kind of see it a lot where they have like these big bubble PCs. It kind of looks like that. And like the older version of like Windows 98 where everything was just kind of like shining and just kind of popped. I can't explain it, but you'll know it when you see it. You'll know it when you see it. Fruit by the font. I will make a point to annoy you with my favorite playlist later. Please, please annoy me with music suggestions. That's all I do. That's really all I look at in the Discord. Which Discord is on the topic of discussion as well. I have a list. I'm not gonna get distracted at all. Yeah, Windows XP. It was XP. Okay, Windows XP. I don't keep track of the Windows anymore. I think the first Windows. I think I probably used Windows 8. I think I used Windows 7 for much longer than I was supposed to because I refused to update it because I didn't think you really had to. I was like, what's the update? The windows are more, there's more windows maybe? I don't know. So can you request a song right now? Not right now. It's not really a song request moment. Unfortunately, I'm sorry, Yankee. It's more like a place it in the Discord music hall thread. But I can't really play music right now because between Twitch and YouTube, this is the best I can do in terms of a soundtrack, only because I just don't want to get like absolutely destroyed by the DMC Aegis or the copyright gods, you know? Frutiger Arrow is making a comeback because minimalist UI design has become so boring. That is something that I've heard. They were like, what is all of this like beige and just like contemporary design? It's no fun, and the internet is supposed to be fun, and you have somehow taken the most fun thing on the planet, the internet, and you have turned it into just boring office core. And the internet now reminds me of work, and I hate work. I do not. What is my dream job, you ask? I do not dream of labor. Sorry. Soiled it. I think that's one of my favorite quotes when I'm doom scrolling. I found it once. It's like, what is your dream job? Oh dear, one does not dream of labor. Me with no more charisma potion. Okay, hear me out. During dry January, I took off the charisma potion because I really did not want to be tempted, and I did not want to make any excuses for drinking alcohol when I was truly trying to abstain. So I removed the channel redeem. However, comma, I forgot to put it back. It's not like it's gone forever. I just forgot to toggle it back because I got back into healthier drinking habits, really, rather than just like, oh, there's alcohol and I got nothing else to do today. I'm just going to like consume. I was like, maybe I could get some other things done in the day first, and then like my attitude around alcohol definitely changed, and I think abstaining for a month was something that I had to do. Um, so it's been nice. I would bring it back. I actually did have a cocktail before stream. That was another thing. I did not have all of my cocktail sets. If you guys do not know, or if you are not familiar with my game, I am something of a mixologist, where I really do enjoy making cocktails and coming up with new flavors, and trying to recreate older flavors. And I have a lot of cocktail recipe books, and I have all the tools, and I even just finished building my bartender cart this morning before stream started. But in the last few places that I have lived, I have not had the ability to do that at all. So all of my things were in storage. Everything basically except for my bed and my essentials and my like desk that I am talking to you with right now, everything else was in storage, including all of my cocktail mixing materials. So for about like a year, I hadn't had access to it. So instead, I was just like, instead of being able to make cocktails, I would just drink beer, or I would just, that was really it actually, or like canned wine, just whatever I would get from the store. But now, I was just like suffering. I was suffering because I was like, ugh, it's in a can, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, I'm somewhat of an alcoholic myself. Speak for yourself, please. I hope that if you are, I hope you were on the steps to recovery, because the first step to recovery is addiction. Bring back GeoCities! No! I think I went on the GeoCities website once and I immediately regretted it. It was just a wild ride. GeoCities was just one. GeoCities is like one long run-on sentence in HTML format. It's wait. Did you? I think the one thing I learned on GeoCities was the only reason that I did not go back to it, and it was, what was it called? The time cube. The time cube. I'm putting that down for later because we have to. If you don't know about time cube, I will tell you guys about time cube, but I don't even really understand it myself. So that is my way of saying we will explore it again together, and you will understand that the human mind is a powerful tool that can be used for good and for evil. But, but yeah, I'm glad to be making cocktails again, and it's like, it was nice to refresh my relationship with like alcohol, because I think I was just drinking it just because, and I don't think I was enjoying it, and that's why I stopped. But now, I can bring back. I'm afraid to bring it back right now. I'm afraid that if I bring back the charisma potion, you're going to use it, and then I'm going to have to get up. Because even though I do have a mini fridge in my office now, there's no alcohol in it. All of my alcohol is in the bartending cart that I just finished building, which took me like 2 hours, by the way. Can you believe that? Hold off for today. No, I know for a fact. I know for a fact, as soon as I turn that toggle on, Harsh is like, a toast! Me, like, it just, you remember the wild, wild west days of the internet. Does that make you uncle status? It depends on which version of the wild, wild west you remember. Because currently, you could say that now, we are still in the wild, wild west of the internet. It's just a different era of the wild, wild west. Like, it's like the wild, wild west, but now they got bazookas, you know? It's the wild, wild west, but now we got VTubers. And, I'm trying to think of something that's equally as cringe. Red Pill Alpha Male podcasts. It's just like, Like, were you there for Tumblr? Were you there for GeoCities? Were you there for was it AIM? AOL? Like, were you there for dial-up? Were you like, are you there for like MySpace? Like, which part of that Wild Wild West are you there for? Which part of the like dinosaur period were you alive for? Were you a chicken or were you a dinosaur? Or were you some kind of weird hybrid in between? Joking, you've never been a fan of alcohol. I know a lot of people don't actually have a taste for alcohol or for beer. I personally am not really a fan of beer, like domestic beer. I do like craft beer. I do like partaking in craft beer from time to time, and like just really enjoying like flavors, like unique flavors that like brewers and microbrewers come up with. But I don't seek out beer itself. Like when I go to like the spirit store, I don't like really seek it out. I go for like more like wine, or I think right now I'm kind of a gin drinker. Although I'm missing vermouth, so I can't really make a mean martini. I would like to make a martini. I might go grab some today because I don't have vodka is nice. Well, because I don't have any vermouth, I haven't made a martini. But vodka is nice. Tequila is actually really good for your gut health, I found out. But, like, everything in moderation, obviously. I'm not telling you to go chug. I'm not telling you to go, like, chug, like, tequila because it's good for you. Do not do that. Granted, it depends what you drink. You drink tequila by itself, who the hell actually enjoys that shit? And this is how I know you don't really have a taste for it, because before, like, I think not 2 years ago, I think right before the pandemic ended, I didn't really leave my house. And when I did leave my house, it was to go buy tequila, and then I would have tequila with a little bit of ice and lime juice, and that was it. And then that would be like my drink of choice for streaming. Like, everyone has a drink of choice for streaming. Sometimes it's alcoholic, sometimes it's non-alcoholic, sometimes it's tea, sometimes it's an energy drink, sometimes it's just coffee. It's whatever. But everyone has their drink of choice for stream. Most of the time it should be water, but it's not. Don't kid yourself. It's okay. I understand. I see you. You're valid, all right? As long as you're drinking something. But, like, that was my drink of choice. It would just be tequila, lime juice, and ice, and I was okay with that. It did tire me out. I had zero energy. Because then after putting all of my energy into stream and then being slightly tipsy off of, like, just straight tequila cocktails, I would just go to sleep, like, right after stream and get absolutely nothing done. It was surprising during those years that I got anything done at all, guys. So, head pats for me. Thank you. I will take them. But turns on mini fridge. The fridge is on. There's nothing in it. I think there's, like, maybe some like moonshine left over, and there's one thing there's this really disgusting drink. It's like a Bloody Mary in a can, and I was given two by a friend because they're like, oh, I drink them, but I didn't really like them because I'm not really much of a Bloody Mary person. And I went, oh, Bloody Mary in a can. I have never tried this before. And I'm not one to immediately just, like, say that something is gross without first trying it out. I'll try anything once. No, I won't. That's a lie. But that is a lie. That is a platitude. I will not try anything once. But I figured with this, I would give it a try. So I was like, oh, sure. And so out of the two cans, I drank one of them. I poured it, apparently you're supposed to shake it, so I shook it up and I poured it into a glass, because I'm not really partial to drinking out of cans in the first place, because you don't know who's been touching that can during the manufacturing process, or the packing process, or the shipping process, or the sitting on the shelf process, so I don't really drink out of cans unless I can help it. But I put it in the glass, and then I drink it, and by God, it is the most disgusting thing I have ever consumed. And I drank an anchovy martini. This was bad. Like, it is so bad that I literally physically recoiled against the wall. Like, this was so bad that I took a sip and I was just like I was pushed back against the wall by an invisible force. And so I have another one of them that it's been in that fridge for about 4 months. I don't want to drink it, but I think it would make for a nice penalty game in the future. I'm using it's like this. It's basically a weapon. It's basically a weapon of mild destruction. Of mild mannered destruction. It'll give me a little giggle when someone loses like a board game or something, and I'm like, all right, your punishment, drink this. It's gross. Back when YouTube's slogan was broadcast yourself? Okay. That Oh, okay, so that's an interesting time. That is an interesting time. That was back when people were literally like putting actually anything on the internet, like on YouTube. Now it's TikTok. That's where you just kind of reveal all of your secrets and other people's secrets as well. That was an interesting time. That was back during the days of like early Smosh. Even no, actually before that, because when it was broadcast yourself, I think Markiplier was still was at the top. I think it was Markiplier, Onision, like Shane Dawson. I'm trying to think of other people. I think Jacksepticeye had just gotten a start then too. Smosh had just come around. There were a lot of that's where all of the memes were. This was before Vine. I believe broadcast yourself was definitely, it was still a slogan, and I think it might have still been the slogan when Vine was around. I don't recall. I don't recall. You know, that's a crazy time to be alive. The no Wi-Fi dinosaur game, that is still a thing, actually. I found out the other day because the wiring in my house is a little weird, so whenever the PC is on and the microwave turns on, the power goes out, so I have a PC on, just on that side of the apartment, just where my bedroom is, that it just goes out. It was a weird thing to find out. So yeah, I found out, and then I was trying to play Monster Hunter, and I couldn't. I had to wait. The router is also on that side of the house, and so I had to wait for the internet to revive itself, and so while I was waiting, I was just constantly refreshing, and I ended up playing the Wi-Fi dinosaur game the other day. So it's still a thing. It's still a thing. You would consider this the techno-feudalism age, where a few very rich companies have modified the internet. Oh, so this is kind of like what am I thinking? The Dynasty Warriors, the Three Kingdoms War. Three Kingdoms War. I can't wait. So does that mean we're going towards an internet renaissance? By that logic, we're going towards an internet renaissance. Or are we going towards a restoration period? I think we're kind of already in the restoration period. We're right there, where we're realizing that everything is an ad for something else, and everything, every major entity on the internet has an ulterior motive, and we're sort of waking up, but not too bad. We just want the internet back. We just want to be silly, goofy little goopers on the internet. Can we have that again? Oh, paywall? Oh, okay. Maybe later. I'll come back later. Beer is good and stuff. I said craft beer is okay, but I am partial to more clear alcohols. I think I don't like rum. I don't really like rum too much. I think it's okay. I don't know. I want to. But scotch is good for me. I do really enjoy scotch. I enjoy gin. Tequila's good. I have moved away from vodka. I feel like I've moved away from vodka because a lot of vodka is just infused with very sweet flavors, like whipped cream or chocolate cake, or they just make it sweet for no reason. And it's really hard to make cocktails out of very, very sweet vodka flavors. Now, honeysuckle vodka, that is probably my favorite one that I have found. And ghost pepper. Ghost pepper is just fun. Ghost pepper is just fun to have. So if I had to, right now that I have a bar tending, now that I have a bar cart, I can cultivate which cocktails I want to make. So I'm thinking only maybe 3 flavors of vodka. So get the honey vodka, get the ghost pepper vodka just for the laughs, and then a very like simple, just plain flavored vodka purely for making cocktails. Or I could keep the honeysuckle vodka and just double up on that one, and then just all of my martinis would be just a little bit sweet, just a little bit sweet, and then maybe gin, and then I don't really know what I would do with tequila other than make margaritas out of it. Because I mean, you could drink it straight, obviously, I guess, but then scotch as well, because you could put scotch you drink neat. I don't think I've ever heard of anyone enjoying a scotch cocktail. Like, they usually just drink it very neat or on the rocks. That being said, I am not a fan of whiskey. I appreciate the flavor of whiskey, and I do have a snifter glass for whiskey, but I'm probably not going to have it like on my person most of the time. I like cleaner, clearer flavors. And sometimes whiskey just burns. Sometimes it just burns. Okay? When you were younger, you always wanted to drink alcohol. The fact that almost everyone was drinking it, boasting about it as well, you thought you were missing out. And when you tried it, it was like, this is what I was missing out on. Overall, not something I go to everybody to drink. Every now and then, but maybe like once or twice a year, you'll get like a super of it. See, and that is another thing about alcohol. It is a very social thing. And if you do not drink socially, you probably should try to drink socially. Like, if you do drink alone, that's okay. Everything in moderation, right? I myself do enjoy a nightcap or a cocktail when, like, I am here working. But I would rather drink around people or socially, because then I feel like we are enjoying it together, you know? And then when I first tried alcohol, I was in a social event. It was a little bit of peer pressure because I think it was brandy. Brandy was the very first thing I had ever tasted in terms of like an alcoholic beverage. And it was bottom shelf brandy. So I knew I didn't like it. But I'm sure if I drink brandy now, well, I'm not going to drink brandy now straight. I'm going to put it in a cocktail. So that's also something, like, just the experience of it all is helps to form a lot of your opinions on it as well. Alcohol is very, like, you really have to understand your relationship with it. You can't really be peer pressured into it, and you can't really let societal norms get you, because, like, if you don't like it, you don't like it. If you do enjoy it, it's best to enjoy it responsibly, of course. And also, as with any hobby or any, like, interest, you should, like, learn about it before just going gung-ho, and now it's too late. And, like, this whole time, I think the thing about brandy is really not meant to be, like, had straight. Like, brandy works very, very well in cocktails. It also works very, very well in, like, mulled wine recipes or sangria recipes. Specifically sangria recipes. Like, it works really well in, like, mixed with other things, but it's not something that you should be drinking straight. I had to find these things out all the hard way, obviously. Literally anything. Ray William Johnson was famous. Ray William Johnson. I think I heard his name recently, and I have no idea why I would hear his name recently. Oh, speaking of a name, so when I hear Ray William Johnson, I think of Mika Kitty, or Mere Kitty. I can't remember exactly what her name used to be, but I remember watching her on YouTube, and then she disappeared, and she was, like, hanging out with Ray William Johnson. They kind of, like, made content together for a while, and then they kind of went their separate ways, and she kind of disappeared off the internet. Spoiler alert, no, she didn't. She actually, like, became a musician named Tessa Violet, who is one of my favorite musicians. And so that's kind of cool. I don't even know what happened to Ray William Johnson. I don't care. I was following Tessa Violet's career. So it was really cool, because I was like, oh my gosh, I don't even know if you even, like, want to be associated with the name, like, Mere Kitty or Mika Kitty, but, like, I remember it was just so cool to, like, see someone who was on the internet, like, actually follow their dreams and then be successful at following their dreams, and, like, she still is successful. And then also, like, this is back when she had, like, I don't know if her hair is still yellow. I'd have to double check. But then she, like, dyed her hair yellow, and I was like, oh my god, no one ever why is their hair yellow? Yellow's like my favorite color. And I was fangirling. I was fangirling. You think so? You think we should revive small websites? Ooh. Well, you can. Can't, well, okay, can you just, like, make a website? Can't you just make a website? Or do you have to have, like, Squarespace or something like that in order to make one now? I was okay. Look, I don't have a problem with GeoCities. It's just what GeoCities was used for. That is a problem. I did not want to know about TimeCube. I did not want to know about TimeCube. Back when you were given the choice to skip ads, now you're forced to sit through them. Yeah, ads kind of suck. I hate to say it, ads kind of suck, but... And, like, for most ads, I can actually just, like, skip through them. Or I will... A hot take. When an ad pops up and I find out it's unskippable, I literally get up and walk away. Unless I think the ad's really cool, which is very rare that I would think something like that. But most of the time, I either alt-tab or I get up and I just walk away from the screen. I go, okay, I have 90 seconds to grab a snack, like, stretch, do anything. Like, there's nothing forcing you. Like, yes, the ad itself may or may not be unskippable, but it is not, no one's sitting there, like, treating you as if it's Clockwork Orange and telling you that you absolutely have to sit and watch 3 minutes of unskippable ads. You can get up and look the other way. So, like, I get it. Like, a little bit of me is like, I get it, but I, like, also, like, well, I'll just go do something else for 90 seconds. Like, wow, I need to refill my water, or, like, wow, this would be a great time to moisturize, or, like, I don't know. I'll roll around on the floor, I don't know. You miss watching Naruto and One Piece on YouTube with edgy fan subs where the characters are cussing every 2 seconds? They had those? I remember the abridged series. Was it like Team 4 Star? I don't, if they are like canceled now or something, I don't know. So, like, please tell me beforehand if they did something bad. But, like, I'm just saying their name. No one freak out, okay? Me saying someone's name doesn't mean I actively support that person in case they did something unforgivable, whatever. I don't know. Nobody's safe on the internet anymore, okay? But, like, Team 4 Star came out with, like, a lot of anime abridged series, like Hellsing, Sword Art Online, Dragon Ball. I'm pretty sure that was Team 4 Star. And I remember watching a lot of those, and I get a lot of... I have a few earworms, or I have a few catchphrases that I have taken from there. Like the Sword Art Online abridged, where it's like a... We flowers of Algernon are taste buds? Like, I don't know why that just stuck with me, but it still stuck with me. It's a really good... But... The abridged series are actually, like, really funny. It's unfortunate. Like, you have to be able to separate. Just in case, I don't know what happened to them. But sometimes... I wish I could go back and watch it, but I don't know if it aged well. Genuinely. I knew they were funny, like, at the time, but I don't know if it's aged well. A lot of things on the internet do not age well. So, Vodka, you happy? I do have, so as a housewarming gift, Momtro actually stopped by, and she brought me some watermelon vodka, which is quite tasty. It is quite tasty. She and I drink it together. I didn't have time to make her a cocktail with it because she was just kind of like she was only popping in, like a little celebrity appearance, Diana, you know? But she also gave me a house plant and like some other stuff and like lots of advice. Yes, Momtro. Yes, Momtro. No, Momtro will not. Like, I don't. The thing about Momtro is I'm sure she would probably love streaming, actually. She has actually tried to get me to start a podcast. Actually, she and other people in my life are trying to convince me to start a podcast. And how do I tell them that I technically, like, already have one? Like, right? Because I could just yap to you guys. Like, how do I tell her I already have one, so to speak? It's just a podcast that you can watch. I should upload Etro radios. I should upload Etro radios to like Spotify or something. But because it's just they're just a little bit more sporadic. Etro radio is just more sporadic. It's just really just us getting down to business and just kind of chip chatting about whatever we find interesting. What if you wanted to watch a 20-episode anime series? You'd have to find a playlist of 120 videos, each like 5 minutes, with a small screen and the audio slightly pitched. That's how you watch anime the somewhat fun way. So no one tell him about having to like. I've seen it. Like you had to watch, like I personally sailed the 7 seas of the internet when it came to anime. Like I was able to watch like full episodes in Japanese with English subtitles. Like, no problem. But I did hear, there was one show that I did have to watch completely on YouTube because it was not available anywhere else. And I had to watch it in like 3 parts. Like one episode was split in 3 parts, and like sometimes the subtitles were in Spanish, and then sometimes like the episodes weren't exactly in order, and sometimes some episodes were just missing, and you just had to skip that episode because it didn't exist or it got deleted. And that was Nana. Nana. It was like I think it was the only series I ever had to watch on YouTube, and it was split into 3 parts, and it was like 480p. It was 480p, but that was the only one I ever had to. Every other one, I got lucky. I found the websites where I could watch the entire episode, like the entire series back to back. Or it is now to this day still sitting in one of multiple external hard drives. And I can just watch it whenever I want. That's how old you are. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. I think it's nice to have memories like that. Like, I think it's nice to pass on that wisdom of, like, back in my day, we had to trudge through the YouTube trenches 15 miles in the snow just to see 4 minutes of an anime, possibly split up, and just kind of have to put the pieces together. You only drink socially, but you have so few friends that you never drink. Well, I think when it comes to me personally, I have a lot of people around me that do not drink as often as I do. Like they either don't have the propensity for drinking, they don't have the taste for it, or they are much more responsible with much busier schedules, or I say much less flexible schedules than me, so they can't drink as much as I would be able to. So like I do always kind of feel bad when I'm like, yeah, sure, I could just like, oh, three canned wines, no problem. That's just the beginning. Okay, that's a nice little warm up. What we got next? And then they're like, all right, I'm gonna head home. This was great. And I'm like, oh, that was it. Okay, I was hoping for a rager. Maybe a rager, but oh no, you guys have bedtimes and like things to do in the morning. Oh, I see. I don't like make them feel bad about it. It's just like sometimes I kind of forget that I live a very unique, flexible lifestyle where I like literally do whatever I want, whenever I want. So yeah. It's very interesting. Like I guess I'm a vagabond. I'm a streamer. I low key do whatever I want in terms of like when I want to go to bed, when I want to wake up. Like I make my own work hours. Like I file my own paperwork. Like remember when you can play Flash games? You still can, right? Isn't that what like Friday Night Funkin' is? It's technically a Flash game, right? On Newgrounds. I think you still can play Flash games. It's just you just gotta find the right website. Yeah, but I do like as much as I miss. Like I do have nostalgia. Everybody does. As much as I missed the like things that I had in my childhood. Like and how cool they were in my childhood, I also really appreciate the progress and the advancement of where things are now. Like I think it's really, really cool that like I'm not a weeb. Well, I mean, like, yeah, you're a weeb. You're a weeb. I'm a weeb. We're weebs. But I'm not like I don't have to hide it anymore. I like I don't feel bad about having like an anime sticker on my backpack or something like that, or if I make like a weird reference or a weird pose and I just go, impressive, you've activated my trap card. Oh, that is something I thought you would do, you dumb little freak. Like I can say things like that like now and not get the what are you doing face. Like I'm free. I'm free. You can just make a website. The notion of ownership is murky depending on how deep you want to go. Ah, see, there it is. There's that boring stuff again. Not you, not you. You're not boring, but just like can't have nice things. Just can't have nice things. You've been extremely nerdy about web hosting lately. I have no idea. What is web hosting? Like making a website and then letting other people use it? I guess. Web hosting. That's when you open your own host club, online only, and it's like a host club, but also a Zoom call, set up behind a paywall that like people have to pay to like join. But in reality, that's just a YouTube membership stream. Call it what it is. It's fun. That's kind of what I feel about membership streams. I would love to have a membership stream because there are some times where I'm just like, oh, that would be great to talk about behind like a membership wall or blah 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 this or blah 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 that, just like a way to get closer to my community. But also, what it would take to get there. I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. No, it's been canceled lately. Heck yeah. Okay, that's good to know. Nah, Team 4 Star is still up and running. They do small stuff every now and then. Okay, good. I never know. Okay? I never know. You can't ever be too careful. Okay? When it comes to some of the older names in the web archives, there's like a 60% chance that like they've been stupid. Okay? Forgive me for treading lightly. Like so many like people that I genuinely like used to watch are no longer watchable, or they're just they were just stupid. They were just stupid in the past. Oh, so heckin' dumb. And and it's just unfortunate. The older stuff in a bridge series is not aged well at all. You go back and now and then for the nostalgia factor. Ah, unfortunate. Unfortunate. Maybe, well, I could probably take a couple of guesses. Is this not a podcast? I think so. I think it's a podcast. I think it's a podcast with a face. Yes. And I'm not like, I'm also just not, okay. The thing about podcasts, I think the biggest difference from a podcast versus a stream, most of the time, is that podcasts are not like a solo experience. They're not meant to be a solo experience. Like an actual podcast. I mean, I know there are some podcasts that are like documentary format, like the SCP podcast or the Appalachian Mountains podcast, like cryptid podcasts where they're just telling you, they're just like spitting facts at you. But that's more like an audible. That's more like an audio book than it is a podcast. I think a lot podcasts, the biggest proponent of a podcast is that it's done with at least two people. Like, it's so that there is a back and forth, that there actually is a dialogue rather than a monologue. Personally, that's what I believe. It's fine. That's my onion. Okay? I think podcasts need two people. So, like, this isn't necessarily like a podcast per se. This is more like web radio. That's not bad. You were kind of in a podcast. You only did one because the person who hosted is, well, you know, she was dead before it started. It's alright. It's not so bad. At least you got to try it out. You know, dipped your toes in, as you were. There's this one harem anime called Mabudaho. That sounds so familiar. But I think my brain... Nisekoi ruined harem anime for me. So I think I just probably just haven't watched one since. I watched 4 episodes of Rent a Girlfriend, couldn't get into it. Absolutely pissed me off. And I was like, you would think that we would get better at writing harem anime because the people who grew up watching them and were frustrated about them are now the same people writing them. So you would think that they would get better at writing dynamic social interpersonal relationships, possibly intimate relationships. But no, they didn't. They didn't. I am not a closeted weeb. I am a shy weeb. I am also like kind of a shy weeb. Like I am not, like I do not hide like my personage. I do not hide my sense of fashion. It's obviously very inspired by like my tastes in anime and like the culture itself. But I do still stick out like a sore thumb sometimes. Like I'll wear a cute sweater and like I'll be the only one in my area that like will wear like we'll put together an entire outfit. Like the, you know, the kinds that you see on Insta where they get dressed in their rooms and they don't actually leave their houses dressed like that. They'll actually just like leave the house like dressed in jeans and a t-shirt or something. I actually will leave my house dressed that way. Because why did I buy these clothes and put them on just to look at them in the mirror and then go, all right, and now no one will ever see that? What? No. Explains the hardships of anime back in the days. Okay, Grandpa, it's time for your nap. No, Grandpa. Grandpa, no. Micromedia Flash as a format is retired / unsupportive. HTML5 games are the future of browser games. Browser games are still okay. So they're like, so it's like new Flash, like Flash updated. I think I take it if I can read. Web hosting is kind of like wanting to start a server at home from a website. Oh, okay. So it's like Minecraft servers, but for the internet. Got it. Like if all our careers kicked off with the help of the podcast, I had to make sure I said, hey, it's just an onion, no hate, just love, by the off chance I would get canceled for it in the future. Yeah, well, it's a good thing you're not a part of that project anymore, because if you have to even say that in the beginning, it's probably not going to go well. For all parties involved. Like, I feel like if I had to hit that kind of disclaimer, it's like the people who say, I don't mean to be racist, but, and then like absolutely say something like completely like out of pocket, but it's okay because they hit you with the no homo, no racism, but, and yeah, you're like, I think you mean what you say, good sir and or madam. Mama Raho was somehow better written than Rent a Girlfriend. Impossible. It's a harem anime. Can't be. Can't be. Good stretch. I don't even know what I was talking about because we were talking about like 5 different things at once. I do like this. I do like this format. I feel like I'm having 3 different conversations. Andrew, what the hey? What? Alright. Anyway. I mean, thankfully it wasn't to that degree. It was like a weeb podcast. That's where it should be even more prevalent. That if you have to say that, maybe you guys should part ways, bro. Like, do that thing where both of your ears stand up. I don't know how. My ear's asleep right now. What? I'm just saying. Wait a second. Before you start hating. Aren't I right? Aren't I right? Was like, I think that the actual meme is like, wait a minute. Before you start hating. Ain't I clean though? Yeah, but yeah, ain't I'm clean though? So it's like, before you start hating on me, aren't I right? I don't remember much. Just saying animals you like and dislike. You believe a VTuber controversy that happened at the time. Day of the week. New day, new controversy. Get your shit straight. Like actually get it together. Clean it up. Clean it up. It's really, I think what it really comes down to, and this is just like hot take, but it is like so easy to keep your mouth shut most of the time. Like, you'd be surprised. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Like, it's so easy to not type something. It's so easy to not say something. And yet, some of y'all, where there is a will, there is a way. Like, you will not be stopped by God or anime or whatever deity you fucking do or do not believe in. It costs $0 to shut the fuck up. And it's honestly, I don't really, it's a weird thing to talk about. Are the things you're saying problematic? Yes. Have I learned a lot more about you? Yes. All information is good information. Every day. It's like, it's so easy to like not be problematic, I think. Just being on the internet in general. I think it's so easy. And I think a lot of people, genuinely, they get addicted to the taste of anonymity. And that feeling of like, that feeling of security and privacy, and that feeling that you think that what you say carries no weight because it's digital. You know, like, I think a lot of people get lost in that like intoxicating sauce, so to speak, and then they will speak anything or do anything, and it's just like, you dumb motherfucker. Stop, listen, and think. It's really, you don't even have to listen. You just have to stop. It's time to stop. I love that. I love that still in 2025. I will see someone type something, and like it's like they don't proofread it before they send it, and I just go, that's gonna age well. That hot, fresh out of the kettle anonymity. It's so great. It's so great. People really will just say anything, and it's like, you know what? Go for it. Do it. I want to know what happens. Keep me updated. Keep me updated. As this goes, this sips her tea. And I was like, yeah, aren't you gonna weigh in? Aren't you gonna weigh in? Oh, absolutely not. That rodeo is already full. Thank you. I'll just take my front row seats right here. Just, you ever seen the GIF? The GIF of Michael Jackson eating the popcorn, or Shia LaBeouf like sitting in the movie theater seats? That's me. That is me. Just. And then another day passes and people forget about it, and then it's something. And it's just so interesting. But yeah, podcast is a can of worms to open, regardless if your topic is IRL or online. I think the podcast itself is not a problem. It's what you do with that platform that is ultimately what determines the problem. I bet you can talk. I can't. But also, I don't really like to share my opinions on drama or controversy or anything like that, simply because I don't have enough information to give my opinion. Like, I can give a pretty vague, like, Mr. Rogers moral of the story type beat, but I can't, I do not want to waste my time, and I say this respectfully because it is not my job. To those of you where it is your job to drama and content farm, more power to you, because that's less work I have to do. I actively do not have the time nor the emotional or mental bandwidth to sit and research and go through all of the Google Docs and all of the he said, she said of it all. I really don't. I have a trading card to make. My dreams are way too big. I have bitten off more than I can chew, and I'm growing bigger teeth. Okay? I don't have I can't believe it. I don't have the time. Like I have to make my own emotes. I don't have time to sit and just kind of pander and like read and go, well, based on this one line in the Google Doc, we can discern that actually the lie detector test determined that that was a lie, and you are the father of this six-fingered baby. Like, I don't have the time. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, head ass. It actually is. Okay, so joke's on you guys. I love Mr. Rogers, and I get a lot. I love Mr. Rogers. Okay, I do. You shut your mouth. He was a fabulous person. Okay, and I learned a lot. Okay. Also, I learned the difference between like outside clothes and indoor clothes. I think I would wear, like, you know, when he would come in and he was wearing like a sweater and like pants and shoes, and then he would walk in, and in the beginning of the show the first thing he would do was change into a different sweater and a different pair of shoes just to sit in the house. I live by that mantra. Like, to this day, I walk in and now I have indoor shoes that they don't touch the outside, they don't touch the light of day. I have indoor sweaters, I have indoor cardigans, obviously, and I have outdoor cardigans. Usually mind your business, usually. Because unless it affects me, you won't get involved. Plus, you usually like to have friends at the end of the day. And if you don't agree, cool. If it affects a relationship, you can simply leave and things get hostile. Honestly, there's easy steps to avoid conflicts. There are. I'm not saying I'm not saying you didn't do that. I'm just saying, like, a lot of people don't. And I'm saying a lot of people thrive in that chaos. And it is... Look, that's their business. Not my monkeys, not my circus. But it is very interesting to watch, I will admit. And I do watch it, and then, like, sometimes I get caught up in it. Like, I'll be like, oh, another video on this topic. Oh. And then I think what happened, I can't wait, right? I think what happened is I found myself getting lost in the drama sauce, right? I was just like, what's next? Like, give me more. Like, another one. Like, oh, another hot take. Another perspective has just hit the internet. And then I think after a while, I realized I was like, I don't actually care. Like, I mean, I like knowing what happened, and I like knowing of the event in question. But I think, okay, it's being handled by all parties involved, or all appropriate parties. Okay, back to my own life, and like back to focusing on the things that I actually need to like do. Because it's so easy to just like sit and just like let that consume you, and like that is your only person. Like, that's like it becomes a personality trait of just like absorbing tea. Growing up, I thought he was boring, but nowadays I respect him. How could you? King Friday, bro? Let me put you on game. Put you on King Friday game. Okay? I'm just kidding. Here's drama. Word. The drama is funny enough, sure, I guess, but I got weeb shit to write. I can do both. I think it's like, for instance, let's talk about this. Let's talk about it. Ludwig became a VTuber. Debuted as a VTuber. Interesting model, say the less. Ludwig, his personality and his reputation precede him. Sure. And I was like, oh, cool. Iron Mouse has recruited another flesh to the VTuber, like, sphere. Absolutely hilarious. And people were upset about it. And like, people were like, how dare he become a VTuber? How dare he? And I'm like, why are we getting Tisma? Like, and it's not even that. It's not even that. It's just like, imagine gatekeeping. In general. Straight up, like, imagine typing all of that and being so frustratingly infuriated about it, that it consumed you to such a degree that you had to write about it on Twitter. When those same people, and this like those same people want nothing more to be in that man's shoes, and I was just like, the call is coming from inside the house. The projection that people expressed was like just so interesting. And then I was like, oh, me personally, I went, oh, she got another one. All right. And then I moved on because I was like, oh, okay. And I came back to it and saw that people were actually upset. I didn't even bother looking as to why. I saw that people were upset and I didn't even question it. I was like, I don't even want to know why. I don't want to know why. I'm not going to dive further into it. That is one rabbit hole I'm not jumping into because I know exactly where it leads. And it's a cesspool. Like, there's nothing but goo down there. Okay? You die a little inside when people call VTubers AI. You know what's interesting? One of my friends found out recently that I was a VTuber. Oh my god, she's a VTuber. Oh. Don't tell anybody, right? So one of my friends found out that I was a VTuber because they found my streams, right? No big deal. And they're my friend, so I told them, I'm like, hey, you forget what you saw because it's a personal thing, right? And I don't feel like explaining it to you, okay? But but they were like, no, I know of VTubers, like I'm pretty familiar with the process, but like, I guess they thought that I just had to press keys. They didn't understand like all of this, like this is my like they just thought I was just pressing keys to make everything happen, and that I wasn't like, you know. they thought it was just like all like a little game, like a little Twitch integration, like a mini game that I had just like installed and that I was using. No face rig. Yeah, I'm like, wait, no, I have to do all of this, like all of it. Collecting people like their Pokemon. Yes, and I for one respect it and endorse it. I know. Don't look at me like that, Harsh. Don't look at me like that. But yeah, it was so funny. They were like, "But don't you just have to press buttons or whatever?" And I was like, "No. I have to do it all. It was me. It is me. Only me." But then to be fair, there is neuro. So it's kind of hard to beat the allegations when you find out that it is actually possible. Look at me like I just dropped your goldfish. Was that good enough? Which is another thing that you guys know that I don't. That means I actually have to try to frown. Most of the time, I actually do have to, like, attempt. I have to make myself frown. Because, like, my face is either very neutral, or, like, I'm, like, constantly smiling. Because smiling is fun. Smiling is fun, and I like talking to you guys. You make me happy. Ugh, okay. But, oh! We never got to the topics of discussion that I actually had written down today. It's been an hour, and we haven't talked about any of the things I wanted to talk about today. Oh god, I have so many things written down. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Let's see if I can get just a little bit. Let's get a ball rolling. Let's start talking about my outfit. Nobody was talking about that, sir. Well, that's why I want to bring it up. I want to get that ball rolling. But anyway, we were supposed to be talking about Powerpuff Girls today, and I will eventually get there. But first, I want to talk about a couple of updates. Just some updates that are coming to the channel. No big deal, nothing crazy. I am going to rework a lot of the emotes so that I can bring in retro. Retro's going to get a little bit of a redesign, sort of, not too much. This is like a base design. I might like get it. I might send it over to get it like professionally done. This is just what I could do with like the tools I have at my disposal, but I might get retro like reworked just a little bit, make him just a little bit cuter, a little bit sleepier, you know, so that we can turn him into a marketable plushie. Yes, I think that would be great. And then also get some retro emotes in there so that you guys can express yourselves properly. Another update. I almost cut myself before stream today while I was trying to make charcuterie. Progress report. I'm fine. I started crying right before I cut myself, and I thought I was fully prepared. I was fully prepared that I had cut myself, so I go... But then I looked down, and I had just gotten the nail. Just the nail. Hadn't broken into the skin yet, so I did not cut myself on making a charcuterie. Bless up. Okay. Trying to make what now? A charcuterie. 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 Is the boiled with the meat and the cheese and you put it on there. Sometimes you have a little sauce, some crackers, some fruits. Maybe sometimes it's a little dried fruit. A little dried fruit? You uncultured swine! You not know of charcuterie? Charcuterie board. Charcuterie board. I had charcuterie for lunch, basically. So it was like some white cheddar, some Belgian ale sausage, some liked olive oil crackers with grapes and a basil pesto sauce. Charcuterie. Fridge carpet. Shut up! Shut up! And bougie trail mix? No, it's not! Trail mix is gross, first of all. Unless it's covered in salt and cheese. And even then, it's still trail mix. It's still trail mix. There's still going to be one part of that trail mix that you're not going to eat. Like those brown, like the brown cracker bread thing. It was like a brown crouton circle. Nobody ate that shit. And if you did, why? Anyway. I'm getting off topic, as I am wont to do. So, next I gotta get them all out. I wrote a list. Alright. I moved. I've been talking about it for a while, but I've never actually sat down and like talked to you guys. I've kind of been talking about it for like kind of hinting at how much better it is, and I was kind of lying earlier in the month, like in the prior months, because I was pretending that everything was fine, when in reality, the more you listen to my streams, the more you realize that everything was not fine, because I didn't have central air conditioning. I couldn't use a kitchen. I didn't live there. It was basically an office with a bed in it. That place was like a dorm room, and like it wasn't up to, like, it wasn't fun. It wasn't a great place to live, so I moved. So I moved. And you guys were like, you move all the time. Didn't you just move in there and you're moving again? I was like, yes, because it wasn't what I thought it was. I am grateful to have been given a place to stay in general for like a very low rate, incredibly low, incredibly gracious rate. But I secretly came to hate it there, and then I also did not have central air conditioning. So in the summer, I had heat stroke. Like if I streamed in that room, it was like 98 degrees in that room with the PC on, with my lights on, even with the windows open and whatever I could do. It was still like 98 degrees in that room, which is why I only streamed for like an hour to an hour and a half at a time, because I was actively getting heat stroke. Pour one out for Teacup Chan. We lost Teacup Chan. I am gonna try and put her back together with like some gold, like clay, kind of like, you know, what's it called? I forgot what the actual practice is called, but whatever they did to Sinistcha in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, that's what I'm gonna do to my new teacup. So hopefully you have more space now. I actually do. I was talking about this yesterday. for the first time in my like streaming career since the PlayStation days, my streaming setup is not in my bedroom, and it is not my bedroom. Like, I actually have an office, like officially an office that is not my bedroom, and it is not the living room. So I actually have an enclosed large space so that I can practice dancing again. Like, I haven't had the space to like dance practice at all. Like, I used to do like hand cam streams where we would like cook. I would cook for you guys, and like we would have like card opening streams. I couldn't do any of that in my like previous place. The lighting was terrible, the sound was terrible, the central air was non-existent, and it was just not conducive. If all I ever did, if I was a person, like my life was you don't understand how much easier and how much simpler my life would be if I weren't a streamer. But I have streamer needs, okay? I require comfort to a level most cannot abide by, because I'm just kidding. But no, actually, I do have more space now. It's actually fantastic. I can dance again, so I can't wait. Like, I think I was practicing the telepathy dance from Deco 27. I wanted to practice it, but I didn't have the space for it, so now I can actually do that. It's just good stuff. I can maybe do cooking streams with you guys again. Crafting stream is like, the world is now my oyster. I feel like I can actually, like, I feel like my channel was just kind of dead for a year. That's really what it feels like, which is interesting considering that, like, I like have a new model, like, and I got a new outfit and everything, but it just feels like my channel was dead because I couldn't do any of the things that I really wanted to do. Like singing, I can sing now. Like, actually singing practice is possible now. Like, I don't have to leave to do anything. Like, I don't have to leave to go like wash clothes, or like leave to go eat, or leave to have like cool or hot air. Like, I could just do it all here, and like, you don't understand until like you go through it. Like, I wish I could explain it to you guys better in a way that you can understand, but like you don't understand how much space you actually like need as a streamer until you don't have it, when you like really need it, you know. I'm glad you can get loud now for when you're saying yeah, as she says, as she peeks the mic. But it's okay. So more crafting, more looking forward to good crafting. Maybe we'll do a puppet show. But yeah, changes is just like, I do need to find a place to put all my stuffed animals, so that is something, but that's okay. You've had your fair share of cramped living spaces. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we all have. And I think as you grow older, you just realize that like you don't necessarily need more stuff, but like, I don't need more stuff. I have plenty of stuff. In fact, I'm trying to give things away currently. Like, I'm currently getting rid of stuff at the moment, because I've realized that I have like I've never really had my own space, so I was controlling what I could by like buying things, and like if I didn't have the space, if the space wasn't mine, what was in the space could at least be mine, and I held comfort in that. So, but now I have a lot of things, like a lot of stuffed animals and a lot of like clothes that I don't wear anymore. So I'm going through and I'm like really donating things that like I just don't wear anymore, donating like Pokemon cards, just like stuffed animals, like things I mean, I love all my stuffed animals, but I don't love all of them the same. I am learning. But yeah, so it's been really refreshing to like wake up and just go, it's all mine. It's like, it's just me here. Like, wow. like just waking up and knowing that like, if like everything that is in this space has been curated by me, and like I can grow plants again. Like, being able to grow flowers again has been actually really fulfilling, because I really like growing flowers and I really like growing plants, and like I couldn't grow them where I used to live because like the cats would destroy them. There was like a stray cat that would wander around the neighborhood, and it loved the backyard that I lived in the most, and it would like eat all the plants. So I couldn't really grow any plants, and I didn't have like good lighting, and yeah, it was a bad time. It was a bad time, but it's not. It wasn't that bad. I'm still gracious that I even had a place to stay in the first place. But I am glad that like I was able to save up and get a better place. You know what I mean? You know. Much better. So like now, like look forward to like lots of new things in the future. Like I was like the way I used to come up, like all of the custom content that I came up with, I was really happy with it, and then I felt like I wasn't able to really do that over the like last year or so, and that's why I think my channel, I feel like my channel was like dead to me. Whether you guys were like, I know you guys are here and you're always here supporting me, and I really really appreciate that. Like no, like you have no idea, but to me I was like, oh my god, I feel like I have just not been able to like stream to my full potential and like really bring about the content that I want to showcase and be comfortable with. So I'm glad that I have a space that I can do that again. And stop crying. Shut up. Next point of business. Thank you. All right, next point of business. How do I, which order should I do this in? You guys are probably not gonna like this. You're probably not gonna like this one, but it's something that I have to do for me. Okay, so buckle up. Are you listening? If you're not listening, let me know when you are listening so that I can tell you about this very important change that's coming up. But until then, oh, you're listening? Okay, you're listening. All right, don't get mad. Okay? But I'm going to be making some changes to the Discord server. Okay? I've had that Discord server for a long time, probably like ever since I started streaming. And it's really just a place for all of you guys to hang out. And sometimes I hang out in there too, but as I have like become more busy with more and more projects, I'm really not in there as much. And I just have to like trust that you guys will follow the rules, and most of the time you do, because I do peek in and I see the rules and all that blah blah blah, so I really appreciate that. But you know, as I have grown, and I really just thought, I was like, oh, I'll just put it in there, and it's just like a place that like this is what people want in here, so this is what I'm going to put in there. There is a certain channel that is in, or is a certain thread that is in the Discord server that low-key, I really only put it in there because you guys wanted it there. But I don't really use it. And I'm not saying you guys can't, and I was like, oh, I don't really go in there, you guys can't use it or anything like that, but it's going bye-bye, isn't it? It is. Like, and not in like a because I hate you kind of way. That's not it. That's really not it. It's just, I think we've grown out of it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not like, I think it was in there, and I think it was in there because, like, hee ha ha, like, every Discord server's got one, but I realized that you could just, like, click a button and say you're old enough to look at it, and you may or may not be old enough to look at it, and then, like, I was like, okay, that doesn't really make me feel very comfortable, because this is a public Discord server. But yeah, but I'm also not responsible. I'm not your fucking mom, like, responsible for you guys. I'm also your fucking mom. But also, I'm just like, my brain's like, I think for the direction that my channel is going in, and I think genuinely, like, the type of person that I am, like, I'm not against it, okay? Hear me out. I'm not against any of the stuff that's in there, okay? I think the Etro channel, or the Etro Broadcasting Network, doesn't necessarily need that in there, right? I don't know. I'm not bothered by this since I say so, and I don't use that channel. Look, all I'm saying is start archiving now, because on March 17th, it'll be gone. And I'm just warning you now so that you don't go, what happened? What happened? Like, I'm not reprimanding anyone. Nothing happened. There's no big event behind the scenes that went, and now it's gotta go. Like, that, nothing like that happened. I really went, I think it's, I think we no longer need it. I think we've kind of outgrown it, kind of thing. Yeah. What happened? That's all. I don't know. Also, I don't fucking use it. So, like, it doesn't do, it's not serving me. It's not serving me in any way. I don't, I say so, and I don't fucking use it. I put it in there for you guys, but I always feel weird going in there because, like, I trust you guys. I do. But I also have to go in there every once in a while to, like, make sure I can still trust you guys. And I'm like, oh. And you know, I don't, sometimes I feel uncomfortable walking into the goon cave. Okay? Does that... does that... It is a completely selfish reason. But, you know, look. Okay? That's it. No other reason. No one's in trouble. I'm not mad at you. I'm not even disappointed. I'm tired of walking into the goon cave. So I'm just gonna get rid of it. So if there's anything you guys want to keep, if there's anything you guys want to archive, do it now, because it'll be gone on Monday. Okay? It'll be gone on Monday. The floors are all gross and sticky. Demolish it. Actually, yeah, I am that kind of person where if something's just so filthy and, like, absolute, like, it's in real life, obviously, but, like, if something's so gross and dirty, my brain goes, it's beyond saving. Burn it. Like, I really am that kind of person, unfortunately. So, like, look, I'm not mad. There was no drama. Nothing happened. You know, it's just, I think it's time that I just do it. I think I just do it. I think we're okay. I think we're all well distinguished, gentlemen. I think we're all well distinguished gentlemen enough that we don't necessarily need it right there. Okay? You can use it for something else. Rip to the attic, but it is what it is. It's okay. That's what your hard drives are for. That's where half that shit came from anyway. It's not like you guys are gonna miss, like you're gonna, like, lose whatever was in there because you all put it in there. You know where it came from. You know where to find those 6 digits when you need them. Okay? Alright. So put that here. Thank you guys for understanding. Next topic. I had my stuff anywhere. Stuff anyways. That's too well. It's like, you've been around for a long time. If I can't really, like, discern like certain parts of your personality, then it really means that I'm not paying attention to my community, and that's not the kind of person I want to be. All right. There is stupid ideas. I've been floating out this, like, idea, but I've never really, like, actually, like, put any real physical thought into it because it's just me, and I want to pick your brains, but I don't want to pick your brains and then ask you to, yeah, merch ideas, basically. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. Merch ideas are coming up. I've got ideas for mugs, plushies, stickers. I finally found a website that I could go to like try and get that ball rolling. But I still need to find a website that's willing to be like, hey, we'll sell your stuff for you, because, like, you know, I'm small, so Ubu Media doesn't believe that that, like, my merch will sell, probably. So, but I am, like, thinking of, like, hey, I would love nothing more than a plushie of me. I want to become a marketable plushie. I want to be one of those plushies where you like push back their hair and like their bangs are like bald, bald, bald. Yeah, like I would, like, you joke about it, but I would love nothing more than be a plushie. And then like, what if I can make you guys into a plushie too? Plush posters. Yeah, like yeah, plushies. Posters is actually a good idea. I did not have that written down. Okay. Mugs, plushies, stickers, posters, t-shirts, general apparel, gamer subs. Hi, how are ya? Hi, I'm a marketable icon. 4x4. Just a stick with my face on it. That would be great. I really want to work on getting that ball rolling. I don't know. Obviously anyone can make merch. It's just a matter of which platform to use to sell them. I don't know if I should make my own website to sell them or if I just use Shopify or like try to work. I think I will just apply to Ubu Media, but I think I have to have the product first, and then they'll be like, yeah, we'll show. Oh yeah. So I'm thinking of melatonin gummies. What? Actually, I don't think I could do that, but I have been taking melatonin every night to help with my sleep schedule, and it has been working. I do actually go to sleep. I don't stay awake until 4 in the morning and then wake up at 7 automatically, because remember, no matter what I do, I wake up at like 6 to 8 p.m. Or 6 to 8 a.m. every day, no matter what time I actually go to sleep. So I have been trying to regulate my sleep schedule again so that I can function. Your nephew's on the melatonin. It works wonders. Yeah. I think for some people, it either works absolute wonders and you get nice, restful, full sleep, or it gives you nightmares. And I don't think there's an in-between. I don't think there's an in-between. I think either you're sleeping well or you're having night terrors. And I've never heard really anything like to the contrary. So maybe a sake. I would like to also have like, I think ideally I would like to have like a sake or some kind of like, or maybe a soju. Oh, that would be nice. Any flavor but banana, really. Gamer subs would be nice. Lemon, because I do love the color yellow. But the thing is, my favorite color is yellow, and everyone's already probably thinking, yours should be banana flavored. And I'll be like, no, I don't think that's a good idea. And they'll be like, why? And I was like, because I don't really want to invite that kind of comparison. Lemon. I'm thinking Moon Knight Lemonade. Gamer subs? Hello? We can call it Full Moon. Full Moon Lemonade. Look, I'm just the ideas guy. I'm just the guy in the chair. Okay? Okay? I'm just the guy in the chair. But I'm just saying all my ideas are correct and you should do them. But Lacey held in a laugh. Shut your fucking mouth! Look, Lacey. I should just make some art of like Lacey and I being best friends, and it's just that'd be great. It'd be a good time. But yeah, I really want to actually. I think it's been so long, and I think it's been so long that there's no excuse for me to not have merchandise. Like, even a face mask would be fantastic. And it would just say like retro on it, or like a hat. I want the hat. I don't know if I'd rather have a hat or a beanie. I think I would rather have a hat that says caution. It's like the caution symbol, and then it says overthinking underneath. And I would think I would love that. I think I would love it in cap, maybe like hat and beanie version. I'm team beanie. Let me write that down. I'll try both. / cap. And then it'll be like and it'll have my logo on the back of it. Caution overthinking. I think that's good. I think that's probably the best thing I've come up with. Or like a shirt that just says the same thing. Caution, currently overthinking. But yeah, I really want to like make physical merch. I want there, like, and not just the physical merch. Like, I want there to be a full like front, like a shop page that you can go and you could, like I said, also buy Crystal Saga, which brings me into my next point. I'm cooking. Okay, I gotta change the Crystal Saga logo, and I haven't really found anything that I'm happy with. And I've been on and off again about the logo. And if you're wondering why I haven't just done it yet, it's because I've been fucking moving. I literally uprooted my entire life and transplanted it into another space. And it takes a lot longer than you think to like. And I have like storage units and like moving and like transportation, and it's a whole thing. And it's been in the works for a while, and so like there are a lot of times I can't just sit and like, because I can't just sit and just work all day, even though I would like to. But yes, I'm thinking of changing the Crystal Saga logo, just making it something that looks a bit more like trading card games, really. Like trading card game logos that you see. I've got something in mind, I've just kind of put it down. But other than that, Valiant Light, it's missing like a few more illustrations and it's basically done. Yeah, that's it. And then now I've art. As you can see, we worked on the Admiral Trina art yesterday, who I sent it to Trina, and she loves the progress. Knew she would. But she loves the progress, so that means I don't really have to change anything, and then I can move forward with like the flat colors. And I can actually make genuine progress into Aqua Surprise. But another thing, before I get into Aqua Surprise, there is one thing that I want to talk about with the Valiant Light expansion, and that it's probably going to have some repeat cards. Some repeat cards from the starter deck. So the Valiant Light expansion might actually be pretty big, and I'm not really gonna tell you guys how big until like I get it. So what I'm gonna do, I need your help with this. I need your help with this, and I usually don't need your guys' help with anything. That's not true, but I value the retro's opinion. So I need your help. Do I build a starter deck for Valiant Light expansion, or do I just stop the cap? You know what? I'm never asking you guys for help again. Just start that. Anyway, so what I was saying was, do I build a starter deck for the Valiant Light expansion, or do I just release boosters? We never really talked about this. I honestly should just give you guys production credits at this point. But, you know, I'm thinking I want to do a starter deck. I truly want to build one. But I do have a few people in my wheelhouse, in my support circle, that I can actually like rely on to help me build a deck if you guys would want that. Or would you just want the boosters to augment your like existing decks? That's really the question. I figured it would just be boosters. Isn't there already a starter deck? So there is a starter deck. But you know how with every new expansion of a trading card game, there is a like pre-made deck. So that you don't really have to buy boosters if you don't want to. You could just pay like the flat rate of like $20, and you could have the deck built for you. Like Magic the Gathering does it, like Pokemon does it, like Battle Decks, everybody does it. And I was thinking, do I want to do just boosters? Because it would save me time, but it would only save me time in the way that it would save me one less product to make, and like a few hours. It would only save me like a few hours in deck creation, which isn't that troubling or anything like that. But then that way I can keep it like, I don't know what I'm saying, but yeah. That. So I am kind of leaning towards making the Valiant Light battle deck. I'm not going to call it a starter deck. I'm going to call it like a battle deck, or just like, yeah, just battle deck, nothing crazy. There's no need to try. I hate having to come up with new words to make my game more unique. and stand out when it's already so fucking unique, okay? It's already so unique. It's a battle deck. It's like, so that, like, but if you want to, you could buy boosters, and the boosters will have every card. It's just like an option. You don't have to do both. I gotcha. Based on the explanation, maybe go for the deck. I'll just buy that one too now. See, I feel bad when I talk about things that, like, will inevitably cost money for you guys, like, in the long run. I really do, like, feel bad. Like, I wish I could just give you guys things that I create, because I just like sharing things that I create with people around me, but I know that that is not a substantial way to live. So, unfortunately, I have to monetize my content. Okay. That's the idea, though. I know. I know. You see why I struggle? You see why I struggle? Alright, so start. Write this down. If I write it down on my PC, it's gonna go into a file. I'm never gonna look at it again. So I actually have to write it down in a notebook. Because I will be forced to look at it. But if I just write it on like a notepad or a sticky note on my PC, all I'm gonna do is just delete it, and then it's gone forever. Or I'm never going to look at it again. Battle deck. Okay. Good ideas. And I think the last thing on today's topic. No, there's a couple more. There are a couple more. Update. I upgraded my clip studio. So, I can actually animate to my heart's content without being limited to 24 frames. And I actually got some work in on the lemon melon cookie. I think the reason I had to take a break mostly because, like, the idea of, like, only doing 24 frames at a time was kind of daunting and meticulous and annoying to me, and, like, it was kind of keeping me from finishing it. But I upgraded from Clip Studio Paint Pro to Clip Studio Paint X or EX. So now I basically have the full version of Clip Studio Paint, so now I can animate as much as I want. There are no limit on the frame, so I can have longer and more complex animations in the future. So guess who can literally, like, make whatever she wants now? I've grown more powerful. Animate a life. Yes! So, like, now if I see something and I'm like, I want to do that too, I can, without having to, like, worrying about it being limited to 24 frames. Or, like, 5 seconds of work, basically. Like, I can make things move. I can make, like, short little anime clips now. I can animate now. I'm an animator. Oh. Where's the Adelia animation? Write me a script, Chief. Write me a script, Chief. Write that fan art, son. Maybe I should turn the Degen Attic. I should delete the Degen Attic and replace it with, like... No, I'm not. No, I'm not gonna do that. Just go to homeroom. Submit it to homeroom. I will read it. Fine. What have I done? He's already typing. I can hear the... What is the, oh god, the Kermit gif of him just wailing on the typewriter? You think this is a game? He turns into John Wick. You think this is a fucking game? So yeah, expect more animations in the future, for the YouTube channel. Hi YouTube, I know you're there. For YouTube and for, like, anything else. Just, I have so many ideas, and I keep getting, like, inspired by, like, so many, like, other content creators, other VTubers, like, anime, like, literally everything that I consume just inspires me to, like, create, because I'm like, wait, I am in a position where I can also create this thing, and that brings me joy, and I still have hands that can work, so I will get to work. Like, I will do this. So there's that. Now that I am more situated, I can, like, basically, I can really just kind of no-life it, and I can have so much done in so little time now. So look forward to all of that. I'm back in business, baby, as they say. I am back in business. I have been making excuses and also not having the ability to really do anything for so long, and now there's really nothing stopping me. Actually, nothing stopping me. So, ha ha ha. So also lemon melon cookie should be, I gotta remember how to color. I don't know if I want it just black and white, or it honestly looks really good in just black and white, and I might leave it like that, but I guess I shouldn't. I shouldn't. So, expect that to come out by next week. And speaking of next week, I got something planned for St. Patrick's Day. I got something planned for St. Patrick's Day. It is. I haven't made a thumbnail for it yet, so unfortunate. But it is, now that I got multi-stream to work, a multi-stream Twitch/YouTube lucky karaoke. I didn't make the thumbnail. This would have been the part where you like I'd flash a thumbnail and it'd be like like it's a lucky karaoke day coming this Monday, and it's not going to be very long because I'm only going to practice like a couple of songs, and I have some songs on the list, but I think I'm only going to try. It's not like it's karaoke, so I don't have to practice too hard. I have to keep telling myself I should really only practice if I want to do like covers, but it's going to be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like it's only 6 songs, so probably only about like an hour or so, but it is going to be a karaoke event, and I'm actually doing it again. It's been a while since I have sang for you guys. It's actually been since Christmas, so it's been about 3 months. It'll be 3 months. Nice fish. So I'm prepared. I already have a list of songs that I'm going to be singing. Some of them you know, some of them you don't know. It's fine. Hopefully you will be there, which is really all that I care about. I don't care about whether or not you know the songs or not. You'll know them after that event. I just, it would be really great if you guys were there to support me. Because, it makes me nervous. I'm nervous. I still don't know what time it's going to be at, but it is going to be on Monday, but I would prefer a time where, like, everyone can kind of be there, so I'm thinking maybe about, probably around the same time as Etro Radio, so probably around 2 to 3 p.m. EST. I think that's a good time for, like, events so that you'll all be there. And then look forward to more events in the future. Like, Lucky Karaoke is just the start. I mean, we already have the weekly series, which is now I can do weekly series of Etro Radio again. So you have the weekly series of Etro Radio, more karaoke events. I don't know if karaoke is going to be weekly because that would be a lot on my throat with the Etro Radio as well. But I think it will be like at least every other week that we try to do some karaoke, or just some, just get into the habit of actual idle activities, because now I can practice singing and now I can practice dancing. And once I like get a 3D model, which is probably like the next biggest thing in the works, because I actually have the space to do 3D events. So once I become 3-dimensional again, like I have a 3D model, but like I think it's the school version of me and it's rather old. Well, actually, let's see if it holds up. I have to see if it is the file type that is like useful in like VR chat or like virtual settings. I have to double check. I think it is. I genuinely think it is, in which case I kind of already have one, but I would like to have a model that has like my updated outfit. So I think I would rather just commission something like that. So instead, so look forward to that. But yeah, that's a lot. What are we looking at time-wise? Oh, wow. Uh-oh. I don't think we have time. I don't think we have time to talk about Powerpuff Girls today. Should we save that for another day? I don't know if you guys did your homework. Did you guys do your Powerpuff Girls homework? It's okay if you didn't. I did. But I think what I actually want to do, I think I actually do want to make that an event. Like a papaya event. Like, I think I just want to like make that an actual like scheduled event where we just take the time and just like discuss the Powerpuff Girls Iceberg, because I did watch that Iceberg video and it wasn't what I expected it to be. Like, I felt like there was so much more information that could have been talked about that wasn't talked about. The thing about icebergs is that they just give you facts. And I didn't want facts. I wanted theory crafting. So I think what we're going to do is we're actually just going to have a Powerpuff Girls theory crafting day. Save it for the next Papaya stream. Exactly. I'm going to set it up for next week instead. Because we had a good... I think I personally had a great time chatting with you guys. I know you feel the same way. You just don't say it, but it's fine. I know you feel the same way. But yeah, Powerpuff Girls theory crafting will be the topic of next week's Papaya, unless a bunch of stuff happens. But I also wanted to get in the habit of making Etro Radio have 1 to 2 topics, just 1 to 2 topics, because as you can see, it's really easy to just kind of ramble on, and it's easy to get distracted. So those 2 topics will be easy to circle back to instead of 6, right? And instead of doing that, I want to get back into the habit of, well, I've never really done it because I always felt like what I had to say wasn't really interesting to you guys, but I want to actually get into the habit of a typical stream, like a virtual stream or VTubing stream, where we kind of sit and chat for maybe about 10 minutes before we get into the gameplay. I really want to do that. I don't know why I never do. I think because when I start streaming, I'm always really nervous if people aren't there. I always get nervous, but that's on me because I haven't had schedules lately, so you don't know when I'm gonna stream. But I think I'm gonna be more strict about scheduling so that you guys know when a stream is coming, so that you can show up and then you can be there at the beginning, and then we can get all of the yapping out of the way and then get into the stream or the game itself. Because then when Etro Radio comes around, we have so many things we want to talk about and so many things that I want to catch up with you guys about that we don't actually talk about the things that I had planned for us to talk about because we're just doing a lot of catch up. So I want to get, and all of that really comes into scheduling and being more consistent with streams on very specific days and very specific times. So I'm thinking that 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. are really good times for you guys, because in the past I've been able to get everyone here at those times. We've been able to really hang out and get the most out of streams in the most efficient way. So yeah, look at that. Here's to getting better physically and mentally and all kinds of fun new stuff. Last minute fish. Last call for last fish. Last call for last fish. You know what was crazy is that Lurkbait was actually still up all day yesterday, and I forgot to close it, so you guys actually, oh nice, could have been fishing yesterday because I forgot to close the app. So yeah, well, my PC was asleep most of the time, but then when I woke it up, I realized that it was Lurkbait was still open, so you could have been fishing. I actually got fish! Also, I can't wait for the cards to be finished so I can add the Valiant Light expansion into Lurkbait. That's the real deadline. That's what everyone's really waiting for. No way. You wouldn't have known. I didn't know until, this morning when I realized that Lurkbait was still up. Because I was opening up a lot of Twitch programs, and I saw that, Lurkbait was still active, and I was like, oh, I guess I never closed it. But this has been great. I missed Etro Radio. This was the entire reason that I made this fucking series, was so that I could yap to you guys. It looks like it's working well on YouTube as well. So, hi YouTube. Not all of my streams will be dual streams, but I think Etro Radio or any kind of specific event streams, those will definitely be dual streams. So for instance, I'm not streaming tomorrow, but Monster Hunter Wilds is this Saturday, 9 a.m. That is a Twitch exclusive stream, but the next time I'll be streaming after that, which will be the Lucky Karaoke on Monday, will be a multi-stream. So that will be streamed on YouTube and Twitch, so that it will be automatically archived to YouTube, things like that. And also just so that everybody can hang out, because I know YouTube watchers really like karaoke streams. But yeah, this has been heckin' fun. I'm glad to be back, basically. I'm glad that I got to talk to you guys. I love yapping to you guys because you're all just kind of little silly goobers. Good times as always. Of course, good times as always. I gotta go do nothing for a while. I actually have to go eat lunch. I think charcuterie isn't enough. I just did that so that I wouldn't get hungry during stream and you guys wouldn't hear my snug and growl. It was just a little snack. It wasn't actually lunch. So I'm going to do that, and then I am going to get dressed for the day. I'm really just wearing sweats right now, and I hate sweatpants. So I'm just doing that. I'm just wearing sweatpants for stream so that I am wearing pants for stream. Because it's a whole... don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'll see you guys next time. I'm going to go play some Monster Hunter. Until I see you, I want you to have a good morning, afternoon, evening, twilight, sunrise, sunset, golden hour, golden shower. I want you to be nice to yourselves. I want you to be nice to others. And I want you to stay hydrated. All right. Goodbye.